What is he doing? Easy gun, 2, 1, plant.
Oh my god.
Denied! He got it!
He's gonna try and take down this Juno. Artillery shell's gonna be coming out, and he does get the pick.
It's a chance of ending it.
Yep. Nice counter.
Evangelos again and Shake!
What is going on here?
Half. And the game goes to the Pioneers, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright everybody, who's ready for a Rainbow Six Siege game? The Marietta Marathon tonight continues after the league game. Right now we're going to be looking at another match against Bowling Green, I believe, but this time it's going to be the R6 team going up against them. But before that, we got a couple announcements to make. So obviously this week we actually got quite a busy schedule. We've got 2 games that are played tonight. And also 2 games are going to be played tomorrow, as well as an Overwatch game on Friday. So there's a lot of action to see. Make sure you stay tuned this week, especially. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening, and we'll see how many wins we can get. Especially we're going to have the League and Rainbow Six Siege teams playing back-to-back days. So if you're fans of either of those teams, make sure you tune in tomorrow. And like I said, for the rest of the week, we're going to have those 2 games. And also, looking at Rainbow Six specifically, they're going to have 3 other games, although one of those was actually a reschedule that's going to be played tomorrow. So it's looking like after this week, they're going to have 2 more games coming up. For League of Legends, I think it's a similar story here. We had the Louisville game rescheduled. So it's actually going to be 3 games coming for the rest of the semester. And that actually reminds me, I'm pretty sure the Rainbow Six game, yep. So a lot of this reschedules were for fall breaks. So it's actually probably going to be 3 games left for Rainbow Six, League of Legends, and for Overwatch, it's looking like after this week, they're going to have 2 more games. So their season doesn't have much time left in it, but I'm excited to see what they can do here. Coming up on Friday, and how they improve from their game on Monday this week. So with all of our gameplay announcements out of the way, we can finally get to what's really in the cards for you. Subscribe for free with Twitch Prime Gaming. If you have a Amazon Prime account already, maybe you use it to deliver packages early, maybe you use it for some other benefits, but there's one benefit you might not know about, and that's Amazon Prime Gaming. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you have a free sub. You just got to figure out how to use it. And it's looking like we're actually going to be starting the game here. So I'm going to be swapping over. Speaking of our Rainbow Six game, we are going to be playing on Chalet first here. I believe we are going to be on blue side. So let me get this started up. And we have a bit of a new camera system that should make it easier, so we'll see how that goes for us as we load into the game here. We're going to see a Mira and an Ace ban come out, so while the bans are coming out, I'll talk a little bit about how the Rainbow Six Siege team plays, I suppose. I've been casting for them a little bit. So last time they played, I'm pretty sure they had a very, very close game, but they've been looking to improve their attacking side, so we'll see how hard they can hit there. Their defense usually looks pretty good. So if they can come through on attack, they'll definitely be able to win this game probably pretty easily. In other news, we're going to have OP Knees subbing in for Tyler here. Unfortunately, he could not make it, so OP Knees, who's also on the Overwatch team, is going to be playing here. So you get used to these controls here. Chalet is a map that Marietta is pretty comfortable playing. I think it's arguably their best map, so they're probably very happy to see it not be banned. And I'm certainly excited to see them play it. I don't think I've seen it in a while, not that I remember anyways. But it's looking like they're going to be coming in with a Habana, a Twitch,
10 seconds remaining.
Finka, Buck, and an Ash. So that looks like a pretty fast comp, and we'll see how they play around that as the round will get started here. I'm guessing they're going to want to try. No, I'm looking at this. They actually only really have Bond as a hard breacher. One of these guys might have a hard breach. No, it doesn't look like it. So they're going to be relying on OP-Knees, the sub, to be breaking down any reinforced walls they might come across as they try and enter on the upper floor here. Hill taking the peek, not seeing anybody immediately. The guy's teammate getting information for him. Rest of the team, oh, he sees one. No peek found yet though. He's gonna enter here. Motion sensor gets tripped. They know where he is, but he's confident on this peek, sees the hole. Sprays at it, doesn't catch anyone then. The defender's actually gonna back off there, so we're gonna have Pelican on another side of the part of the map here. Looking through the window. Meanwhile, while I'm talking, we got OP-Knees shooting a little bit, and him and Nihil looking to take initiative on the site, using those walls to get a different angle on the peak. OP-Knees took a little bit of damage, but it's definitely not something that's going to take him down quite yet. And it's looking like they're just going to try and enter slow here. Nihil using his utility to blow a hole to the wall. He swings, doesn't find one, takes a little bit of damage himself. The castle got lit up and he's taken down. And there's the Finka Surge coming out. They're going to try and push in with this. Nihil getting a little bit of his HP. He's going to try and peek here. He's not going to see anyone immediately. The Adrenaline Surge wears off while the rest of the team on him. He's going to get another pick there. 5 versus 3. He's looking to get another one. 5 versus 2 down the stairs. He makes him fall, and now the rest of the team looking to get some kills themselves. OP-Knees gets taken down by a Nitro Cell out of nowhere. Now it's a 4 versus 2. Marietta still have their lead to work with. Nihil going to be taking an early peek here. Sees the warden and not able to get the shot. He runs by again. Nihil knows where he is though. Probably come back to his team. Speaking of which, Pelican gets a kill there. Now it's a 4 versus 1. That warden going down, and now it's all up to Valkyrie. 4 versus 1. She gets 1. 3 versus 1 now. And the rest of the team will start dropping in here. Here comes a swing. Pelican not able to find it yet. He got a couple shots off, and Bayer will be able to finish it. Alright, we got a little bit of issues with the camera, but we're fixing that right now. So that round actually looked very good for Marietta. They were able to get that nice rush into the upper floor and then convert it downstairs, especially with Nihil getting those early kills. Opened up a lot of space for them to work with. And the rest of the team just following up behind them. Unfortunately, OP-Knees got a little bit thought out by that Nitro Cell, but what can you expect? Just a little bit of sneaky tactic, and it's looking like they might want to run back the same strategy. We'll see if they change anything up here. But we're going to be seeing Golden Green clearing out the site. They're going to open up some vision holes in the wall here. They're going to play it somewhat similarly, maybe play a little bit more sneakily. We see that Mute shooting some holes in the bottom side of that wall. They're going to look for some peeks onto the feet of Marietta.
10 seconds to go.
See if it can turn around the round for them as we're going to get started here. Currently Marietta up 1-0. And we should have the cameras back too, so it's looking pretty good for us right now.
I think I just had the camera going.
Just follow me.
It updates every second.
Okay, well, it seems like it's working.
Yeah, it just takes a second.
Okay. Meanwhile, Nihil's breaking down the barricades on the windows here. We got Pyre running around. He's going to try and get repositioned the rest of his team. We got our Twitch Birdo here. He's trying to avoid that mute jammer. You can see it. He's not going to push his drone into it though. One of the spectators left, but I think that's fine. We got OP-Knees as well. Looking like all the cameras are good. So we can finally get into the actual game here. Nihil, we're going to start on him. He's been looking pretty aggressive. Already up 3-1 here. He's looking for the same peak. He's going to see him shooting his teammate, but no kill comes out unfortunately. Pelican also peeking through a window here. Nihil taking some shots and not finding anybody. Bayer though, taking kill the flying one just barely around the corner, not able to see it. Wow, that's insane peek. He's just barely not seeing him. Rest of the map, OP-Knees with his teammate there. Oh, as I swap off of Bayer, he actually gets the kill.
Swapping mags.
He's gonna back up. OP-Knees got down by I think a frost mat there, so he's gonna get revived by his teammate. And Nihil's looking for his first kill of the round. He might not need it though. The rest of the team's going in. Bayer also gets taken out by Frost. Not trying to entry through the window there. He's gonna get brought back up. Oh my god, but a Nitro Cell takes out 2 from Marietta. Now, looking like a 3 versus 3. Nihil able to trade one on the other side of the map. He's gonna try and reposition. They gotta work together now. Pelican taking some shots, trying to get a wall bang, breaking some utility. Pelican getting hit by the Fenrir, and shots are fired, but they're just breaking down all the barricades. They can now see where the bomb site is. For certain, they already had an idea though. Nihil, if he's gonna be the one to try and make the clutch here, probably he's got the most HP. He's got the most chance of making it. Bayer taking this peek and knows where one is. He finds him. 3 versus 2. Great comms there. And now the rest of the team looking to make a play. And Pelican also going to get killed there. Nitrocell takes out 1. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Bayer on no HP. Nihil, he's got some to work with though. We'll see how they try and play this. They do have a man advantage. They are against a Valkyrie. Once again, I'm expecting to see a good amount of live vision come out from her. We'll see how this round shapes out. So far, nobody's seeing anybody. Nihil just trying to peek around, trying to find out where he is. Gets hit by the Fenrir utility, so he's gonna have to back up. Bayer just holding this doorway. And the Valkyrie doesn't have infinite time. She's gonna come through the peak here. Bayer sees them, gets taken down. Nihil will land the spray. Now throw it onto Nihil. Shots fired. He's gonna try and run out the clock here. He knows he doesn't have to immediately kill the Valkyrie as long as she can't get the defuse off. He's gonna win the game. The peak there, and he finds it! 2-0 start from Marietta. It's looking good. We know their defense is strong, so they're really showing what they got here. And we'll see how the rest of the rounds go. But really, really good start from Marietta here. Just barely able winning that round. These rounds are all over the place. We got Nitro Cells being thrown. People are getting killed. Peaks are being taken. And lots of kills going all around. So, I mean, so far, Marietta's strat so far seems like they're just trying to play aggressive early, get those window peaks, and just try and catch Bowling Green out while they're not paying attention, and it's been working out for them so far. As it's looking like they're going to be going down into the basement here. The main entryway you usually want to look at here, I believe, is the garage, but the stairway is also usually contested, and I'm guessing that Marietta is going to try and take the upper portions of the map first as well. And it's looking like we're going to see a very similar setup as the previous round. We're going to have a, I believe that's Wamai come out. Or no, that might be a Malusi actually. We're going to have a Blitz. They're going to try and stop that hard breaching, but we do have a Thatcher here. As the round will be beginning, OPNews is going to look to try and disable those bandit, I managed a Blitz earlier, those bandit electrocution on the reinforced walls, but we'll see if it actually comes to fruition here. Pelican is ready to use his hard breach charge by waiting for OPNews to come around. He's taking some peeks himself, doesn't see anyone immediately. Pelican just seeing if he can find anyone on the garage peak here. Through the drone hole, he's going to actually get some information himself. So is Nihil. They're all looking around. Pelican sees one. Let's see, he might actually try and breach this here. He knows that the bandit is not around, I think. I'm going to try and do it. Looks like it's going to go off. Yep, there it is. And now there's an entryway in the garage. Bowling Green's going to have to be careful. Pelican peeking into the open site here, not seeing anything immediately, just a couple of cameras. They're going to go for more information. Meanwhile, the rest of the team also around. Nihil on the upper floor here, as well as Birdo. I believe on Jackal. I'm looking at the wrong person. Nihil gets taken down. So does Bayer. Now it's not looking so good for Marietta. They only have one person actually in the building right now. Pelican just holding it from garage. OPNews getting some information. And it's looking like Birdo on the Jackal here. Not too sure what to do yet. He has to be very careful. 2 of his teammates just got picked out of nowhere, so he could be next. Pelican trying to get some information for him to work with. And so far, not much happening. Marietta trying to slow the round down. But they're going to have to find an equalizer soon here. OPNews is trying to throw some utility in, but it gets taken down by the Jaeger utility. And the shots are fired, but he's just running right by. Oh, the Jackal finds one! Capitalizing off the mistake. now Birdo's gonna try and look and play up. He's gonna try and get some kills that his team can work with. Meanwhile, Pelican also coming up on the upper floor here, leaving OP knees on the garage peak. Okay, he can hold it on his own. Birdo needs some help with the entry. Try and use his utility to make some way here. And the Melusi utility is actually going to reveal him. He tried to take the swing early, doesn't find him. Now he's stuck in the corner. Pelican finds one though. 3 versus 3 now. Marietta's got a good chance of winning. Birdo has to peek with the pistol, not able to find it. OP Knees gets taken down. And so does Pelican. And unfortunately, Birdo not able to get out of that peek. He was stuck in that corner the whole time. And Marietta will lose their first attacking round here. Looking not that bad for them, 2-1. So far their attack is looking pretty good. And like I said, usually their defense is good. So you like to see them get as many rounds as they can on attack. That round, especially with Nihil getting picked off early and the other person who's roaming on the upper floor there, it just made it very hard for them to entry because on attack you only have so many people to work with, and especially if they die without even getting able to get their utility value out, makes it very hard to play out the rest of the round. But we are going to be going into the 4th round, and I guess we'll see where Bowling Green actually plays. I think they're going to go back up to the upper floor, but I could be wrong. And we're going to see Tubarao, I think that's what it's pronounced, come out. Also a Fenrir, so they're going to have some tracking capability there and a lot of trap utility. So it's actually looking like we might see a Zero come out from OP Knees. Very similar comps though. I'm guessing that's just what's meta for this map. We're going to see the Hibana Hard Breach come out, the Ash Soft Breach come out. It's looking like Buyer might go with, I believe that's IQ to spot enemy electronics. Birdo on Jackal and OP Knees on Zero, so there's going to be a little bit of more information there with the Zero camera. But speaking of which, looking like they're going to play a mute here on Bowling Green to try and deny some of the utility and information coming out, as well as the castle to try and stop the entries from coming out as fast. And the Tubarao and the Fenrir coming out to try and slow some pushes and maybe get some kills off of the Tubarao slow and the Fenrir blind. So we'll see if any of that actually happens as we get into the round here. And it's looking like a relatively slow start once again. We're going to see Marietta trying to take the upper floors with some window peaks once again. And some information spotted as Nihil is running away with his drone. They're going to use that opportunity to try and get an entry into floor here. OP Knees on Lion here actually going in. They're using that ability there. If they move, they get spotted. I shouldn't be talking though. Nihil is looking to entry. Froggening goes out. It gets blocked. And now Nihil's looking to take the peek. OP Knees gets taken down. Trying to support him. A little bit of sprays come out. And Nihil's looking to surprise enemy here. Coming around the other side. Hard to tell who's going to peek first. I think they might know that Nihil's there. There's got a couple of people looking at him. Birdo takes some shots. He's going to run away. Nihil waiting patiently. He's waiting for his opportunity to strike. Not gonna happen quite yet. He swings out. And the enemy operator just barely dodging it. Shots come out and he finds the kill. Now Nihil taking another peek. Fire on the other side of the map getting some kills. Not gonna be much more from him yet. And it's looking like they're gonna have a hard breach come out. Nihil trying to get some information. Pelican and Buyer, the rest of the team looking to all push in together. We got Pelican with the diffuser. He's playing safe. He doesn't want to drop it in the open. Like Nihil's gonna jump out here. He's gonna try and reposition and get near the rest of his team. Pelican is shooting through the wall, doesn't find anything. He's just trying to open up some vision. Fire gets hit by utility, and Birdo's looking on the site. He sees one, not able to find a little bit of damage taken on the Tubarao there. Now Buyer looking to take the peek, gets hit by the Fenrir utility. He's gonna have to back up. Rest of the team coming back in to help him. And shots are fired. Birdo gets taken down. Bombs come out though. The rest of the team know where he is now. He's gonna slowly walk up. So is Pelican. Pelican finds the kill, 3 versus 2. But Nihil gets traded out. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Marietta man advantage once again, and Pelican gets the final kill. We're gonna watch that on the replay there as he peeks in just off the Fenrir utility, sees him in the corner, and immediately takes him down. Another win for Marietta as they go up 3-1. on their attacking half. It's looking really good for them so far. Slowly, very patiently taking advantage, taking as much space as they can. Especially Nihil, you saw him waiting for so long there, and it actually paid off. He got that double kill, and that opened up the round for Marietta. Unfortunately, he did fall in the end, but he did at least trade, so
Defenders,
very
protect
clutch
your
from
bombs
him.
from being
And of course, we
defused
saw
by
the rest of the
attackers.
team on the other side of the map making a lot of space over there,
Attackers
creating a
have
lot of
discovered the
pressure
location
so
of the
that
bomb.
not all of it was on Nihil. No, not all the defenders were trying to just lock him down. So very nice team play from them there. And we'll see how they do as we're going to be going into the 5th round here. And it's looking like we're going to be on the ground floor this time. So Green really swapping up the sites a lot. I believe the site only gets locked off if you win, but I could be wrong.
10
It's looking like we're going to see a
insertion.
Warden come out, Castle once again. We're going to see a Smoke come out,
5 seconds to insertion.
Capcan, and a Legion. So Capcan and Legion, it's looking
Attackers are
like
heading out
the
to defuse
Bowling
the
Green
bomb.
team is looking for a lot of trap utility, maybe trying to catch Marietta off guard, especially with Marietta playing these faster comps and them falling for the Frost mats. Maybe encourage Bowling Green's decision to go with those agents. Capcan has a little trap you can put on the wall, and if you walk into it, it'll detonate. It specifically puts it on doorways and windows, so now he'll be careful here. He gets taken down from a hatch. I didn't even know the hatch was there. Now, Marietta down, their highest kill member, but they're not out yet. They got Pelican, they got Bayer, they got Birdo, and they got OP Knees. We'll see what they're able to do. Bayer on the lower floors here. Pelican still peeking through the window, barely dodging the timing. Not sure if he's going to try and jump in. There it is. He's going to run around. A lot of sound being made though. He swings, instantly kills one. There's a lot of people around him. He's going to swing without reloading. It's taken down by the Capcan trap I was talking about earlier. And now it's a 3 versus 4. Certainly not unwinnable for Marietta. Pelican looking for a little bit of a hero play, but it backfired a little bit. Motion sensor goes off on Bayer. And now I'm just going to slow down a little bit. OP Knees. I'm going to try and play safe. Rest of the team, they're trying to get a pick. Birdo gets shot at. No kill comes through. He's going to peek again. Sound goes off. He's looking for the pick. He's not able to get it though. One comes out earlier from the defender. And now OP Knees taking a lot of damage. He gets the kill though. 2 versus 3. 1 HP OP Knees. The substitute, can he do it? Bayer also putting in some work himself. He's getting run down though. 2 versus 1. Double kill. He might be able to clutch out the round for his team here. It's looking like the other defender is going to back up a little bit. You saw what happened to his teammate. He doesn't want it to happen to him. And now OP Knees on the other side. They're looking to pinch him. See if they can get the kill off. Bayer gets the shot! What a clutch round for Marietta! Oh my god, Bayer went absolutely insane that round. He got a triple kill, especially getting that double kill on those defenders that were pushing him. That was actually insane to clutch that, especially with Marietta being down in numbers that round. It really just came down to his clutch play. I mean, if you got run down there, all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 3, and OP Knees has literally 1 HP. So very clutch from him. And Marietta's now going to go up 4-1 in their attacking half.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
run
can.
back a similar comp. I don't blame him. It's been working pretty well so far. And it's looking like Bowling Green's going to go with a similar comp as well, going back to the basement. If I remember correctly, this is a 1
Attackers have
round
located a bomb.
location that they did win, so we'll see if they can make it happen again. But man, what plays from Marietta to win that last round, and of course all the other rounds too. A couple of them coming down to the wire. Don't forget about OP Knees taking that crazy swing, getting that kill with 1 HP, and Pelican
10
swinging
seconds
out
remaining.
early, getting a kill as well. Playing off of
5 seconds
where Bowling
remaining.
Green was not prepared to be looking, so we'll see.
Attackers'
Hopefully they don't have to
objective
make
is
any
to
more
defuse
clutch
the
plays
bomb.
and then just run them over the next couple rounds, but we are up 4-1, so it's already looking like a winning attacking half for them as they're going to start entering here. So far, not much going on. Of course, they gotta get a little bit of information first. Pelican breaking down one of the windows. OP Knees with them. And they're just gonna throw some drones in, get some information. They don't want to get picked off early like before. And yeah, it's looking like they're still trying to figure out exactly where Bowling Green are. One rumor coming around here, but who's gonna note it? And Bayer actually on the staircase here gets hit by a Legion Mine. And he's going to start pushing. He knows someone's there. They just shot the drone. Playing off his teammate's utility. He's going to walk up a little bit. And once again, the Melusi utility is going to ping him, but he's going to be able to clear it because he's Ash. And now, Bowling Green's going to have to be a little bit more careful. They don't know where that player might be. Bayer and Nihil looking to make a play here. Swinging off of each other. Bayer takes some shots from behind, but Nihil answers back swiftly. 5 versus 4. And now he's going to try and swing through the wall. Doesn't see anything. Bayer just holding this angle, making sure they're not going to get shot from it again. Pelican gets taken down though. Bombs coming out. We'll see if they're able to do anything with it. Opening drone goes in. Won't see anything. It sees the Jaeger. But Birdo gets taken down. Bayer taking the swing. Not able to get the kill though. Nihil gets taken down. And now the round's turning south for Marietta. 2 versus 4. OPNs and Bayer. Can they do it again? Another clutch gonna have to come their way. The Legion is low. It's not unwinnable. OPNs just holding the angle. Bayer tries to swing. Doesn't see anything. Yeah, he sees one. Has to back off. These kills are so close. From the right side, Shoe's gonna take it. OPNs gets taken down. Diffuser down as well. Bayer catches the person coming down the staircase, downs him, and he's out. Now it's a 1 versus 3. Bayer gonna have to go crazy once again. He's gonna try and take the swing. Defenders are not gonna overpush this time. Try and play this patiently. Bayer's a little bit trapped now. He doesn't have really any space on site. He takes a swing around the corner. He doesn't see him. Shots fired by the Jaeger. He sees another. Bayer roughly knows where they are. It's just a matter of actually getting there. Gonna walk out here. Try and take a little bit of a sneaky position in the corner. Gonna play around it. Short side is gonna peek first. Will he peek right? Will he peek left? They know where he is. And he gets taken down. Oh my gosh, what a round. That was really a roller coaster. Marietta had it up 5-4, but I believe they just got killed from behind. Really not expecting Bowling Green on the roam, I think, to do a lot of damage there. But Marietta's still up 4-2 on this half. And we'll see how they go in to the next one. We're going to see the Ace and Mirror Bandit come out once again. So far, Marietta's actually been looking pretty good, especially with their defense being good and Chalet being one of their more played maps, I believe. They are favored to win this right now. I'm not going to cast recurse them too much, as it's looking like they're going to be pulling out Bandit, Goyo, Jaeger, Warden, and Vigil. So they did swap sides here. They are now on defense. If they get to 7, I think they win. So we're looking for 3 straight here just to immediately win this first game of the best of 3. And it looks like they are going to be playing. So the Vigil coming out here is interesting. Usually he's going to be roaming around the map. His ability is that his drone, or sorry, not his drone, he's like invisible to drones. He can be invisible to drones for a little bit. And we're also going to see a Jaeger, the Bandit, the Warden also come out. I believe that Bowling Green was playing those a lot. OP knees on Bandit there can electrify reinforcements to stop any hard breaches from going through it. Except for Maverick, who has like a blowtorch gun. I don't think we're gonna see him though. And Jaeger can place a little thing down that destroys any utility that's thrown near it. Pelican here can see through smokes, so you might want to see him make some crazy plays if a smoke goes down. And Nihil here can set up a basically like a Molotov on certain destructible or deployable walls and stuff like that he can detonate by shooting. I believe other players can also detonate it, but that's basically what operator does. And we'll see how they actually play them here as we start the round off. And it's looking like there's going to be a shield operator on the other side here. Montang just staring him down. He's going to play it safe. He's just getting information, basically just staring at them. And not really much Marietta can do about it for now. See what happens when they try and enter though. Right now everyone just holding their peaks. No attacker spotted other than the Montang. Birdo gonna walk up a little bit, sees the Montang coming around. Goyo deployed there to stop the Montang from coming in too far. And he's gonna take peek once again. Just trying to make sure that he tries to hold on as much space as possible. Meanwhile, Pelican on the other side watching them through the deployable shield. Looking like Bowling Green setting up for a hard push off the Montaigne here. They're really all positioned around there, so it might come down to Birdo stopping this. Birdo and Pelican to the side here. We'll see what they're able to do. Birdo repositioning a little bit. Hard breach charge goes off. Looking like another one's going to go off as well as the phone utility there going off. The phones are vibrating, giving off their position, also distracting them a little bit here. Birdo just shooting at the Montaigne. He's not able to do much there with that shield deployed. Pelican hiding behind this deployable shield. So far, not much is happening, but it all comes down to who's going to make the play first. Everyone's just staring at each other. Right now, Bowling Green is the one that should get on site. They got a minute to do it, but Pelican might have something to say about that if they try to peek here. Byer's got a sneaky peek from above. See if he's able to do anything with that. Meanwhile, everyone's basically just posted up on site, waiting for a pick to come out. Pelican takes the swing, Nihil as well, working together to take that kill. Byer gets a one as well from above. Marietta, they're waiting patiently, and their patience is paying off so far. Nihil takes some shots, playing behind Pelican. It's looking like they're going to reposition a little bit. Never mind, Pelican gets another kill, double kill for him there. He knows where they are. The rest of the team going to reposition. Birdo is on the... oh my god, Opinies gets another one. Right now, it's a 1 versus 5. Marietta surely have this in the bag. Indeed they do. Byer from behind with the shotgun, able to end the rounds. Let's see him take this peek here. Bang! That's a long-range shotgun. And they're able to win the round there. 5-2. 2 more needed to take the first game. And we'll see how well it goes. So far, looking pretty good for Marietta. They were able to stall out Bowling Green for so long, and Nihil and Pelican really coordinated well on that swing to take down that first member of Bowling Green, and after that, the cards came crashing down for them. So we'll see if Marietta's able to put up a similar shutout performance on defense. It's looking like they're going to be playing a couple different operators here. We're going to see the Frost come out once again. We already saw what those mats did to us. We'll see if it happens to Bowling Green as well. The Valkyrie coming out, I go for those cameras around, get a little bit more information for the team. We have Byer, of course, on the Vigil, like I talked about before. The Castle coming out with those reinforced barricades. And OP Knees, I believe, is able to throw concussive mines around the map here. If they get close to them, it'll activate and they'll be all busy. So we'll see how all that utility comes into play. And it's looking like Bowling Green's going to go with the Montaigne once again. Didn't work for him last time, but Marietta doesn't have as much to stop it with this time. No Deleo to delay as much. So, wow. Just speaking, Byer took really good damage. He's going to have to back up. They do have one impact grenade here, and a nitro cell, so that's what they're going to be looking to counter Montaigne with if they don't just kill the rest of the team first. Pelican in a bit of a tricky spot here. He's surrounded. There's people all above him. Which side should he be peeking? I'm not too sure. He's going to back up, play it a little bit safe. OP Knees creeping up onto this upper floor here. Going to look for a kill. Not going to find anything yet though. Byer opening up some aggressive peeks here. And try and play around it. OP Knees supporting him. So far, not much happening. Just as I say that though, Pelican is going to get entry on here with the pistol. The Montaigne takes a lot of damage. He's almost dead. You have to back up now. I'm going to call the rest of the team where everybody is. They just saw the Montaigne come in. And it's looking like it's going to slow down a little bit. Bowling Green still has to take some space though. Barely even entered the building. Shots fired near Nihil, noting that for sure. I'm just patiently waiting for their peak. OP Knees though, he's got a bit of a sneaky angle. Not sure if he's gonna see me, but he doesn't know where they are, of course. A little bit of utility around him. He's peeking from above. I don't think he knew that there's someone like right behind him. Oh, Nihil actually gets taken down while I'm looking at that though. And Pelican still knows the Montaigne's there. He's guarding that side. Meanwhile, OP Knees finally sees him. He swings out of nowhere. And Marietta now 4 versus 4. 3 versus 4. OP Knees gets swung. Information was given, and now Marietta are down. Definitely not out though. Pelican still trying to kill his Montaigne. Nitro Cell comes out. And it gets him. Not enough HP to survive it. 3 versus 3 now. It's looking too great for Bowling Green. Still gotta get the diffuser off. Just under a minute to do it. Pelican's gonna retreat a little bit. Fire coming up. Gonna have to try to defend the bomb site here. Berto opening up some sight lines. He knows where one might be. He's taking the swing. Doesn't see anyone though. Pelican gets a kill. That pistol doing a lot of work. Meanwhile, Berto gets another kill. 3 versus 1. And Marietta shaped to win this round. Barring anything crazy happening. Grimlock on the buck. See what he's able to do. So far, all members of Marietta have been looking pretty deadly on defense. One team picking up the diffuser there, but they've only got 14 seconds. I'm looking at the wrong person. Pelican gets taken down. Now it's a 2 versus 1. It's going to come down to the wire, especially if another kill comes out. Throw it onto Bayer now. Triple kill with enemy. Swings, and he gets the win. Very close at the end, but Marietta able to clutch it out. Just barely able to get the final kill. Pressured by the time, Marietta goes up 6-2. One more, and they'll win. Are they able to do it? And the timeout's actually going to be called by Orange Team. I forgot they have timeouts. We'll see how that factors into the equation here. They're going to have to make quite a comeback if they want to win this. And, I mean, really, Grimlock almost clutched that. He had that triple kill, and he got those 2 kills at the end, but he just didn't have enough time to really do anything. He had to run into the site all willy-nilly, had no idea where the last member of Marietta was, so not able to clutch it out there. So far, Marietta, I think, has been doing a really, really good job of keeping Bowling Green off the site as long as possible. And the main thing is that nobody's really dying super early. That gives Bowling Green very few options to work with. They don't usually know where anyone is. And eventually, when they do, a lot of the kills have been traded already, and they're down or even in members. You really want to have that advantage before you go in on attack. I'll assume that they have some crazy play lined up to try and win this, but who knows. Marietta also has a timeout to work with, and we'll see what they do with it. Looking like they're going to be going to the first floor, and they're going to be running a pretty similar lineup. Most likely the Dokubi coming out. We saw that with the phones earlier. We're going to see the Grim, the Montang also come out. I believe they also played Thermite. I don't recall if they played Nomad before, but I believe those are all pretty aggressive operators, other than, I guess, Montang. If you want to call that aggressive or defensive, that's your choice. But they're going to swing around side here, getting everything set up. OPNs on the symmetry. It's got a little bit of extra utility work equation. I'm going to use the Nitro Cell. And Jaeger, Legion, Frost, and I believe this is Bella, or maybe is it? You know what, I'm not even going to say because I could be wrong. The concussive grenades also coming out. So a lot of trap utility for Marietta. Really the only ones that aren't are OPNs and Jaeger, so they're really lucky, I guess, to take down the Montang. If he gets hit with all that utility, he'll die for sure. But see how it shapes up as we actually get into the rounds here. We see a couple of the setups come out. Bayer used up all of his utility, and of course there's the last Frost mat going down. And Marietta looking to defend the site here as long as they can. Play that shutdown defense that we've been seeing so far. OPN's taking a peek on the window, doesn't see one, but shots are fired. He knows one's there. Gonna turn around to the other side of the peak, drone goes in. Meanwhile, Berto, he's just on the other side of this guy. Not sure he knows. He's gonna peek the window here, just barely, not all the way out in the peak. Gonna reposition. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, Pelican getting shot at, lots of drones around him, falling out of his position. Pelican around though, and the utility's getting shot. Pelican making sure it's denied, and that Grim utility is going to block him off a little bit. And it's looking like Bowling Green just trying to get as much space as they can before they come in, but OPNs and Pelican are denying quite a bit here. Taking their peek on the window, gets taken down to a little bit of low HP there. He's going to retake the peek on the window, fortunately. Looking like he's going to have the peek advantage. He's going to be able to just hold it. Barely walks by without him seeing. Shots fired. He takes a lot of damage, and now OPN's down to 1 HP once again. He's going to back up, play a little bit more passive. Takes the peek off the utility. Nice kill from him there. 5 versus 4 now. Marietta once again stalling out Bowling Green as long as they can. And they're going to get an early kill advantage as well. OP's Alberta still defending the upper layer, but actually Nihil dies to a mine there from the enemy team. They're gonna start repositioning now. It's a little bit scary for them, but OP's is making up for it. 4 versus 3. Takes down another one. Double kill for him. And enemies actually gonna be closer to Birdo and Pelican here. Some shots fired though. OP's playing a little bit further back, trying to cover the rest of the map. The rest of his team to stop the push from coming. They have the man advantage to work with. And the team's playing it safe for now. Bayer noting a lot of people around when smokes come out. They're going to try and entry off this. Diffuser dropped as the Montaigne gets taken down. I think he's going to get revived here, but if he doesn't, it's a 2 versus 4. Meanwhile, Pelican opening up some vision. He sees the Montaigne once again. The Frost Mat, I think is what took him down there. Pelican playing around with the angles. Birdo gets taken down though. Fire on the other side is gonna have to help. 3 versus 2. Diffuser planted. Gonna come down to the wire here. Birdo's still down. They're not gonna go for the revive. Bayer's just walking into sight. He sees the Montaigne. And OP is gonna try and find the enemy member. And here he does. The bait not gonna work. Bayer now alone on site. He's gonna call for OPs to come help him. It's only the Montaigne. They're gonna try and bully him into the corner. Can they get the final kill? The C4 comes out! And that's the triple kill for OP Knees. 3 versus 0. And Birdo is not gonna bleed out before the time ticks down for Bowling Green. And out of nowhere, well, not really out of nowhere, Marietta's gonna be able to win this first game pretty decisively there with a 7-2 win. So very good from them, especially in the attacking half. I talked about how earlier they are going to be a little bit more defensive sided, so them coming out so strong on attack is going to be huge for them. But we'll be back in just a little bit for the second game. Don't go anywhere. Alright everybody, sorry for the late start, but we're getting back into it here. Marietta currently is up 1-0. We're going to the second game now, I believe on Night Haven Labs, and we're currently in the game, so I'm going to try and get started really quick here. It'd be loading up, there we go. And the round has actually just started, so we're coming in just at the nick of time. And we're going to get started here. It's looking like Marietta is going to be starting on defense, so we're looking to take a couple rounds early and make it as easy as they can on his attack. Pelican taking a peek here, able to find him. He's going to back up, and the rest of the team just waiting. What are you going to do on defense? See where the attackers are, play off of it once you know. Pelican taking some damage though. Not going to go down. Going to play with his teammate Birdo here. They're just going to play together. Just roaming around trying to figure out where the attackers are. I'm not too sure either. Can't see him on anyone's screen. Buyer taking a little peek through the wall. And anything, he's gonna peek out. Gonna note. Nothing actually, he's not gonna see anything. And there's the boot charge coming out for Bowling Green. Buyer looking to take a peek, but Nihil gets taken down. Now it's a 4 versus 5. Nothing really seen so far. And Okinese takes some shots. No kills coming out though. Marietta's still down 4 versus 5. And Okinese looking to take this peek. Shoots him and kills him. 4 versus 4. That kill from him, and now looking like a pretty even round. Still not much control near the site for Bowling Green, but a lot of pressure coming out. Buyer taking note of someone opening up the window behind him. He's taking the peek for the entry. Takes a peek, not able to find it. He's going to back up now. And there's the Montang. Bar's going to make note of where he is. Rest of the team have to try and play around it. You can just walk up for free. Pelican taking a peek, doesn't find anything. Knees taking a peek through the window, through the doorway, I mean, doesn't see anything. Pelican gonna get some shots on the person playing with the Montang. Nothing connects though. Actually, a little bit of damage has come out, so both sides are actually looking a little bit low here. Even though there's a 4 versus 4, Okinese finds the Grimlock. Not the Grimlock, but Grimlock. And now Marietta's up 4 versus 3. Pelican getting a little bit of utility. He's down 10 seconds on the round. Triple kill. Okinese. He's looking to win the round for his team. 3 versus 2 now. But Pelican is down. It's really down to Birdo and Okinese as the Montang going to try and get them on the site. No seconds left on the clock. Bowling Green not able to even get onto site. And there's the Nitro Cell replay on the diffuser there at the very end. So pretty much a shutout round again. A lot of kills get traded, but eventually Bowling Green just runs out of time. They have to make a desperate play, and certainly Marietta was ready for it at the end. Going up 1-0 now in the defending half. Maybe a little bit closer than they would have liked, but hey, they still got it done.
Attackers need to
So as we
locate
go
and
into this
defuse
next
bombs.
round here, I'm guessing Maria's just going to keep doing the same old thing. I mean, they're able to deny Bowling Green a lot of opportunities around the map. Sometimes Bowling Green does get those early picks, especially on the Nihil, who has been playing more aggressively, which is, I think, usually what he does. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Marietta's still putting in a lot of work, and we've seen Okinese, despite him being a sub, he's getting a lot of kills here. He's looking 4-0 so far. We'll see if that record gets any better for him. We'll also see how the rest of the team does here. It's looking like, I think this is an identical comp to what they were playing before. And it's looking like Bowling Green's going to come out with something similar as well, with the Montang coming out, the Grim, the Nomad, the Buck, and the Thermite. So, pretty balanced comp overall as far as I'm aware. And I'm guessing they're just going to want to execute it better. Drone getting spotted, Birdo taking it out. So far, things are looking pretty standard. Nihil on this more aggressive angle here. He hears the attackers going in. He's actually going to see the Montang first, I think, so not much going to happen for him. But we'll get at least a little bit of information. That's, I believe, hear them walking around. So, gonna take the peek here. He sees that the Montang tries to get a kill through the shield. Well, specifically between the gap between the window and the shield there, but isn't able to find anything. And the rest of the map is looking a little bit silent. OP Knees is hearing some action happening above him. Not able to do anything about it for now though. Pelican's still looking to bandit trick any hard breaches that might come out. And he's playing underneath the hatch once again, and Nihil's still really the only member pushed up super aggressively here. There's Bayer on this peak. It's pretty close to Nihil, so might try and look for a play together. Meanwhile, the rest of the map, yep, it's still looking pretty quiet. Looking like Nihil. Ooh, and Bayer trying to make some plays on their own. 5 versus 4 now. Marietta taking advantage of the fact that they have complete control over that area, catching the attackers off guard. A little bit of utility gets used. Nihil's still spotting the Montang. And Bayer just gonna keep walking around, try and be sneaky, get kills on who might not be suspecting it. Rest of the map is looking fairly quiet. Pelican has a peek through the roof there. Don't see anything. Nihil pushing up! Takes the swing, barely misses the shot. Does some damage though. Now Bayer on the other side of the peak, not able to find it either. They're gonna back up. 4 versus 4, Marietta does not have to pressure anything. And speaking of which, the Grimlock actually got downed. I don't know when that happened, but one member from Bowling Green is going to be at low HP here, as well as the Montang. So, see if that comes into play. We're going to get into the critical part of the game. I mean, they've only got 30 seconds to get on site and get the diffuser off. I mean, they're going to have to either kill everybody or get that done. It's looking like they're going to have to start rushing though. Bayer taking the aggressive peek. He's going to try and catch them, but he doesn't. 3 versus 4. Marietta are now down. He's going to try and have to defend the bomb site. Pelican on his lonesome on the side of the map. Birdo behind him. OP Knees a little bit closer. See if they're able to do anything. Nitro's still going to come out. He's going to try and now decline with that. Nothing comes out though. Birdo gets the triple kill. And now 2 versus 3. And defenders just win. I mean, what are they doing? They're not even getting the diffuser off. The round just ends by time. So Bowling Green, I think, are really having a hard time getting space on the map. And we saw at the end there, they had to full rush the site, and they still didn't even get the diffuser picking. So we'll see if they try and be a little bit more proactive with what they're doing. I think the main thing that's happening is Nihil and Bayer playing so aggressively. It's a lot of question marks on where Bowling Green should be applying pressure. I mean, if you've got people all around you, it's like, okay, well, I don't know where we're supposed to go because we have no control of the map anywhere. So I think they're having a little bit of a hard time working around the map because of all the area that Marietta is covering. But it's looking like they're going to go with a somewhat similar strat here. We're going to have Pelican on castle here, setting up those reinforced barricades. And OP Knees, I believe, able to set up, I believe that's electrocution. He's got like a little throwing thing with Bandit. The difference is that his electrifies the walls, but he can just throw it. Watch this. Bang! And now that wall is going to be electrified. There's not really too much that defenders can do about it, so it's going to allow OP Knees to roam around a little bit more. It really just frees up a player on the team. So see how they work around it. And it's looking like Bowling Green is just not really going to have much of a difference in their team comp, other than Swamp Man. We'll see what he's able to do on that agent, on that operator. But so far, round starting off pretty slow once again. We got Bayer up here on one of the upper floors, I believe, and we got Nihil roaming around near the staircase, trying to get a pick of his own. Not much happening right now, but I'm actually the first person to see someone here. Someone just walks by the wall there. Not going through that window. They know Pelican's holding it, I suppose. No shots fired, but nothing coming out. Nihil taking the peek on the Montang. I wonder if he's trying to be sneaky and go around him here. I don't think the Montang saw him. Right now he's just going to hold staircase. He's gonna play it safe here. I support the decision. He's going to walk by once again, and he actually will get spotted that time, so no crazy play happening there for now. Of course, the Montang is going to go away Nihil's position, but Bayer gets taken down before he does. Pelican gonna try and reposition off that as well. Birdo shooting their feet there. Getting a little bit of chip damage in. Never know how much it might mean in the future, but Pelican gets taken down. Now it's a 3 versus 5. Down to just Nihil, OPNs, and Birdo. 3 versus 5. And this time it's looking like Bowling Green's going to want to take the initiative earlier. We'll have a minute to get on the site this one. Nihil trying to hold down the side of the map. Everyone's really just spread out right now. They're trying to cover as much as they can, I think. OPN's going to be on the side of the Montang. He's got Birdo with him. You know, they got Nihil on the upper floor. He knows there's people all around him. He's not too sure where to look. No peeks coming out too aggressively. And it's looking like Birdo and OPN are just going to try and hold on the site. Nihil gets a kill while not looking. He gets a double kill. Now a 3 versus 3 gets taken down. 2 versus 3. Did he buy enough time for his team though? OPNs and Birdo, they have an opportunity to try and deny the plant or just kill them all. Jumping over the counter here. He's going to try and get a better angle. See the Montang. Nexus still didn't find anything. The swing. Birdo's denying everyone. Montang is on site though. OPN's throwing the Nitro Cell. He finds one. That's the Montang down. Now it's a 2v2. 10 seconds left. Rest of Marietta going to try and survive here, I think. They're betting on the diffuser not going down. In fact, they don't even have the diffuser. They're getting it off right now. Birdo running onto site. OPN's not able to get the kill. He knows roughly where he is. Fish fire! Oh my god, and he's at 1 HP. Birdo and OPN's, they're going to have to try and play together to get this diffuser diffused. OPN's taking the reins. He's going to swing. He doesn't find anything though. And now Birdo, he's going to have to creep up and try and get this first kill here. He's in a 1 versus 2. He's going to have to disable that diffuser at some point. Slowly walking up here. He's trying not to get baited into the 1v2 peek. He swings, but he gets taken down. Oh my gosh, what a close round at the end. Unfortunately, Bowling Green was able to get the crossfire set up, so it's very hard for him to play around. And that will be Bowling Green on the board on their attacking half. Marietta still up 2-1 as we're going to be going into the 4th round. Not looking too bad for them there. It really just slipped out of Marietta's hand at the beginning. They almost clutched it, but that diffuser just barely going off. I think OPN's actually sprayed just barely above the person who was planting it, so pretty unlucky there. And they also didn't get the kill when he was running out of the doorway, so it was looking actually pretty decent for them up until those very, very final seconds, and Bowling Green finally able to clutch up at the end, and we'll see if they're able to do it again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
maybe
can.
not. They can always switch their lineup on attack, so I'm not going to say anything quite yet. Looking like we're going to be on one of the upper floors here. And we're going to be seeing a very similar lineup for Marietta, at least compared to the first round. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to do here. So far, Marietta has been doing a very good job of just completely denying Bowling Green. It just, sometimes they get caught out, especially when they're trying to deny as much space as they can. And it really just comes down, I think, to whoever's playing on site. If they can defend that area, because in the beginning the players, usually Nihil and Buyer, that are roaming around the site are able to buy a lot of time. They still have to get cleared by the enemy, so even if they do die, they usually end up buying a lot of time, and it all just comes down to the rest of the players on site to clutch up if they're not able to get killed. So I see Pelican taking an early peek here. He's actually going to be getting a lot of utilities on him to try and get him off that defensive hold. He's going to have to reposition here. And meanwhile, some entries going around near OPN's. He's going to have to back up as well. Bowling Green opening up a lot of sight lines. See if they're able to play around them. OPN's not seeing anything through the doorway. And the round just going to start quite slow. Marietta just waiting for Bowling Green to start their entry, and they're not going to be playing with the Montang this time, so they don't just have a free person to walk around. Although they do have Blackbeard, who I think has a shield like on his gun or something. We'll find out. Meanwhile, shots are fired near OPN's. I'll actually be able to see one here. I'm not too sure. Here comes the peak, and there's the shield for Blackbeard. Nitrocell comes out. It's not going to find anything there. He's not going to activate it. Either OPD is using his utility to deny some of the space, but while I'm talking, Bayer takes Remy to very low HP there. And Pelican is watching this pipe here. I'm not sure if he's going to want to activate it, but he's going to actually back up. He's a little bit, might be getting pinched. Wants to play it as safe as he can, but Nihil gets taken down on the run. And there's the Nitrocell coming up from Pelican to deny that entry. So far, looking like Bowling Green's gonna slowly take space and try and crush Marietta here. Friggin' it goes out, run OPDs! He barely gets out of the way, but some space taken for Bowling Green to work with. OPD's taking the peak. He's gonna find one, he gets found himself from behind. And now, follow down to the rest of the team. Birdo finds one, 3 versus 4. Some of the numbers are low. Pelican takes a peek, finds one, 3 versus 3, reloads. He's gonna have to get ready for more though. Speaking of which, frag grenade getting thrown at him. Goes up just out of the way. One's coming out. Pelican is gonna try and take the swing. He's got his teammate with him. Meanwhile, Bayer on the other side, he's taking out some members himself. 3 versus 2 now. Marietta turning the disadvantage into an advantage. 3 versus 1 diffuser down. Now it's just the shield operator trying to clutch it up. Pelican running around the other side. He's gonna try and flank while the rest of his team comes from all the other angles. Blackbeard is surrounded and he's down for the count. Defenders winning round 4. Marietta now increasing their lead. They've now at 3-1 in this first game. It's looking pretty good for them here. They did slip up on that one round, but even with Nihil dying kind of early, I think they just, like I said, they bought enough time, and Bowling Green knows they're going to have to get in there eventually. They try making the play and it doesn't work out for them. Marietta worked really well in the end there to like suffocate. They basically pinched all of Bowling Green near that area. They're all together, and Bayer coming around that wall, taking out a couple of them. OPD's also there, distracting him, taking a couple shots. He died though, and really all of Marietta, I think, came together in the end. I think we saw Pelican running around the other side of the Blackbeard to try and secure that final kill, and indeed they did. So everyone putting in their own work, and looking like they're going to be going with a very similar lineup once again. The only difference is the Solosis here. I believe that she can see like electronics with her gadget, so we'll see if those, we'll see if we get that used. Try and keep an eye on her. Yeah, it's looking like she's gonna look around for any, doesn't see anything, and she's just gonna back up there. So Nihil has been playing a bit of this roaming style here, and he's usually been the first person to get engagement, so I think we're gonna try and stick on him for a little bit. Him and Bayer playing these roaming agents, it really just creates a lot of pressure that I think Bowling Green is having a little bit of trouble deciphering, because you have to try and kill those roamers before you actually get on the site, otherwise you'll just get pinched from behind. You'll not even know what's happening, and as soon as you know it, you've lost the round. So, see if anything like that happens, as Nihil on this peak on the window are going to try and deny the entry. Pretty much all Bowling Green is there, and they're ready. Shots fired through the drone hole. Nothing there. And Solus is actually getting targeted by Damos there, so his location is being revealed at this moment. You have to back up then. He did take a lot of damage as well, so he's around half HP. I might come into play later, but for now he's just waiting out the Damos utility. And guessing that he's going to want to use that to entry. Yeah, here it is. They're going to get that entry through the window. And now we're just going to have to respect it and back up to a different peak. The rest of the map, not too much is happening. Pelican does note that there's people running around above him, but they didn't run through the peak at quite the right time. Meanwhile, Nihil on the peak, not able to find one, reveals his location as well. It's going to be a little bit dangerous. And he's actually going to have to back up here. Take a peek through this wall. Incorrect timing, but Birdo finds one. And so far, Marietta is doing a good job of staying sneaky. All over the place. Meanwhile, Nihil taking a couple shots, not able to find one, gets taken down. Bayer as well, a little bit earlier. Now it's a 3 versus 3. Pelican does get down in that exchange, but he is going to get revived. And now, Pelican, wow, OPE is actually getting a kill, 3 versus 2. And now it's in Marietta's favor, taking down that low HP enemy there. It's going to give them the favor. Pelican playing off his teammate, 3 versus 1. He needs a flash if you've got a teammate, and Pelican just barely missing the shots, and the kill is finished off by OPNs. Once again, Marietta at the end of the round working together. It really seems like it's an even playing field. They're usually going to win all of these team plays, especially with Bowling Green needing to get onto site at the end of these rounds. They're going against a lot of pressure. They just have to try and make a play. They don't even really know where Marietta is a lot of the time. Like you just saw, when Marietta has those crossfires set up across the map, Bowling Green's like, what's going on? They have no idea where everybody is, and they end up getting taken out thanks to those crossfires.
Attackers
So
need to locate and defuse
we'll
bombs.
see if they switch it up. Maybe go with something different, or if they keep it the same. We're gonna have a 4-1 start to the half here, and it's looking really, really good for Marietta, especially if they're able to win this round. That'll bring them within closing distance of the victory. We're gonna have Pelican on his favorite maestro here. He's gonna be placing those cameras down. They can shoot lasers. We're gonna have the Caveira come up from Bayer, another roaming agent. I believe she can suppress her footsteps like you just saw there. Doesn't make any sound when using that. And we have Japanese on, I believe that's a zombie. You just thought she has like a passive thing. She can punch through walls, and she also has that laser wall that denies any utility that's thrown at it by destroying it. I believe it also destroys drones, so we'll see if that comes into play at all. Of course, the drones can go underneath it, so I'm not too sure how much is going to come into play. Some shots fired early through the wall there. Not going to connect with Nihill, thankfully. And Bayer playing close together here. And a little bit slow. Once again, I'm guessing that Nihill and Bayer are probably going to be the first two to see contact here, but it looks like Bowling Green's actually going to start closer to the site. Hercules might be the first one to see anybody. I believe Bowling Green is still trying to get some information here with their drones, so not too much happening. And it actually looks like the camera's with the computers here, but speaking of the wrong thing, Bayer gets one! Gets swung on though. Information from the team coming in clutch for Bowling Green, 4 versus 4 now. And they're gonna try and look to get an entry off of this. Right now, Nihill holding his peak. He's gonna walk by quite yet. He did know him coming through the other doorway. Still holding it. If he's gonna see anything yet. Shots fired. We don't know Nihill's there. Takes the peak. Nihill's strong arming it though. 4 versus 3. 2 for Nihill. 4 versus 2. And that puts Marietta in a very favorable position now to take this. Gonna come down to the last 2 members of Bowling Green. They got a minute 20 to get on site. OPN's caught on the timing there a little bit. Doesn't get taken down though. Marietta keeps their lead, and they're gonna be trying to wall bang here. Oh, and Nihill actually gets taken down. 3 versus 2 now. And Marietta's gonna try and stall this. OPN's taking the peek, not able to find it. Switching the angle, gets taken down. Now it's a 2 versus 2. It's looking a little bit scarier for Marietta. Bowling Green still gotta make that certainly doable for them, but Pelican and Birdo are gonna have to try and deny it. We got some utility to work with. The round's gonna slow down a little bit. Nobody wants to lose their cool in the final moments. Pelicans are really taking the lead. He's just trying to deny them from entering as much as possible. There could be utility being used. They want this entry bad, but Pelican's watching. The flash comes out. Every bit of utility is being used to try and get on the site. Pelican trying to guess where they are. Next a couple bullets, but the diffuser is getting planted. Oh, and they actually get the kill. It's now a 1 versus 2. The player's in the smoke, and Birdo clutches it at the very end. Right there, Bowling Green just trying to play sneaky, playing the smoke, but it doesn't work out for them. And Marietta is able to win the round at the very end with the diffuser being forced. 5-1 now. Marietta taking a commanding lead. And they're actually looking to close out the series here pretty early. a 5-1 half. They only need 2 wins now on attack. And they did it pretty fast last game. So far, things are looking good for them. Bowling Green's looking a little bit more disorganized, but it's a different map, not Chalet anymore. So we'll see. Maybe Bowling Green has some defensive strats lined up for this game. Not too sure though. We're gonna be in the banning phase here. We're gonna have Valkyrie and Ace banned. Valkyrie, I guess, is just better on this map. I'm guessing you will see probably a Mira ban come out. Yep, there it is. There's the Mira ban and Ram as well. And there's the orange team timeout. Who could have predicted that one? This time they're not taking it on their final life, but they are going to take it 2 before. As they go into this defending half, they're definitely looking to fix a lot of their mistakes. I think even some of the mistakes they were making on attack can apply to defense as well. I mean, of course, you don't have to push in as defense, but you still have to hold space and you still have to work together. I think Bowling Green has a little bit of maybe communication issues or something like that, because a lot of the times at the very end, they're trying to work together and it looks like it could work, but it just doesn't end up working out in the end. I think Marietta has been very cohesive, even with their substitute throughout this game. So we'll see what they're able to do once we go out of timeout. I'm guessing Marietta's probably going to want to play fast again. They usually don't play shield operators, so I don't think we're going to see anything crazy like that. You know, unless someone's feeling a little crazy. But it's feeling like we're going to see very similar lineups to what they've been playing before. With the Ash, the Thatcher, the Thermite coming out, as well as Zero, who I believe we saw OPs on before. And as for Bowling Green here, it's looking like actually a pretty similar lineup to what Marietta was playing.
Protect your bombs from being
That
defused by
Goyo
attackers.
and that sorry, with the Goyo, the Warden coming out, and we'll see what they're able to do. This time they're on defense. They got a bit of a advantage, if you want to call it that. Now they're just getting everything set up on this lower floor. Trying to figure out how to get down. It's okay, I'll figure it out. But the setup is looking pretty good for them. I don't know much about this map, but we'll see what they're able to do on defense. Certainly, Marietta is on pace to win this. Gonna be a tough one to come back, but I'm sure Marietta can win this for sure. I'm sure. Speaking of which, we can talk about what's been happening so far in this game. In the last game, we saw Nihil take a bit of an early lead, leading the team, and I think because he was playing Roma, he was getting picked off a lot more, but he bought time for his team. And we're actually seeing Opinies and Burrito getting a lot of the kills here, especially with them two holding down the site at the very end. They've been very clutch in this scenario, so we'll see how it translates to them on attack here with Nihil in early on the Ash. Try and take some space. He's aware that the defenders are around and he does in fact see the shots fired. I think the peek might actually just barely knock him out. You heard him run through, but the wallbang does not connect. And wow, Fire actually gets a kill while not looking. Him and Nihil working together there. Take down one. And they're actually looking for a fast charge down to this lone defender on the upper floor. And wow, yeah, Blair just takes him down 5 versus 3. Marietta starting it off good. That timeout not working so well for Bowling Green as Blair is looking to aggress again. We find one, takes some shots himself, not able to find a kill, and does get taken down eventually. Now, 4 versus 3 for Marietta, still in their favor. Oh wow, I just saw I swap off. Milo gets a nice kill, and Loyal get another, not quite. Damage down though, and 4 versus 1 off that kill. Marietta, now got quite a man advantage. They're just gonna run out of sight. They just heard the last defender shooting. They know exactly where he is, and they can play around it. Get those diffuser plans to get that time ticking down for this lone defender. He's gonna peek in the Nihil and get taken down. 6-1. Marietta now on match point, really on series point. and it's looking really, really good for them so far. Especially playing with the substitute, they're showing what they can do even without one of their actual players here. 6-1. If they're able to get the 7-1, looking like OP knees might be pulling out the Dokkaebi. Bayer on that glass was looking pretty dominant, especially working with Nihil to get that early space. Worked out well for him, so let's see if they try and run it back. Looking like a pretty similar comp. I'm guessing they just want to close it out as early as they can. Hey, I don't blame them. Seems like the defense is going to be on one of the upper floors this time, so potentially not as much shooting through the floor or anything like that coming through, but to be honest, I don't even know if it's going to matter. Marietta really just ran them down that round, and there's not really much contest from Bowling Green. They didn't really get much set up, not much to work with. So we'll see if they can maybe change their strategy, maybe make some kind of comeback, but it's not looking too good for them. And we're going to see Marietta going into this round. I bet they're feeling confident. They only need one round, and they got a lot of chances to do it. They're going to start running in here. So they're going to try and do the due diligence. Not play it too confidently, get some information, open up some sight lines, and get note of where everybody is. Birdo on the tracking agent once again. Thoughts through the floor being fired. Nihil trying to find one. Nothing connecting though. And Marietta just taking control of the site right now. They're opening everything. There's sight lines from just about everywhere. OP knees, speaking of which, might try and take a peek here. Not quite yet. Rest of the team repositioning. And take the peek through the doorway. And it gets hit through the pixel peak. 4 versus 5 now for Marietta. They're down 1. You can still do it though. Working together to take different areas of the site. Nihil finds one. 4 versus 4 equalizer. Gonna get hit by the Legion Mine though. He's gonna have to back up. He also took a little bit of damage from that trade. You see, they get the kill to compensate. Gonna try and work together. They have to get near site eventually. Nihil getting a charge right now. Ash utility going out, trying to get some site open up. And Birdo's actually gonna know a defender with the drone. That's gonna be huge for communicating on where he might be to his surviving teammates. Now looking to take the peek around the corner. Doesn't find anything. They're trying to be careful taking this bomb site, but it's huge for them to take it. Nihil around the back here. I'm not sure. The enemies are defending this. They are 4 versus 3. Bowling Green is gonna have to make a bit of a comeback now. They start it. 3 versus 3. Oh, and another one gets taken down. Bayer. Now it's all down to him and Birdo, but he takes him down! Bayer just closes out himself with a quick double out of nowhere, and that actually will be Marietta taking the victory here and going up with a very dominant scoreline across both games and winning it 2-0 very confidently, I would say. It looked very, very good for them in that game. So we'll be coming back here in just a little bit for the interview with one of the players on Marietta College, but stick around for that, and we'll just be a couple minutes here. everybody, welcome back. We just saw Marietta College take a quick victory 2-0, and I'm here with...
My name gamertag Bird. I'm Christian. Most people know me as.
And like I said, quite a dominant victory from you guys there. What do you think was the biggest advantage you had in that game? I mean, I saw you guys talking about earlier how you wanted to be playing a lot better on attack. So what do you think really brought it together for the team?
Honestly, from our last loss, we realized that we need to work on attack more, which I think we paid off with. And one word of advice from our co-captain, he said, we play better on maps we don't know, which it seems like it works. So we're pretty happy, of course. So.
So going in to those games, I mean, we saw you win 7-2, 7-1. Were you guys expecting to stomp that hard?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the confidence. So you guys are actually having another game tomorrow.
Yeah.
So going into that game, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's going to be another, easy 2-0 or?
I hope so, but we're gonna, of course, review our opponents, make sure we have everything down, and our team strats and stuff like that. So I hope it goes well too tomorrow.
I'm excited to see what they got. Don't forget, we have 2 games tomorrow, including another League of Legends game, and of course the Rainbow Six game we just mentioned. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we'll be getting a couple quick 2-0 victories. So we'll see you then.